Hi guys, so I'm just on my way home from work on my boy long-term rental scooter. Just going to give you a bit of ride footage. My phone's in the phone holder on the scooter itself, so just give you an idea of kind of the ride quality, speed, etc. Okay, so pickup's pretty good. Remember, you've got a 12.5 mile an hour speed limit. Now this is a really smooth cycleway that I'm on alongside a road right now. So this is where it works best, even though it's got solid tyres. Fairly smooth, you can see from the camera it's not shaking much. Okay, just crossing a road. Just going downhill here, so I'm going to get up top speed, just show you how the brakes work. So we've got a drum brake front and back, so really low maintenance brakes, which is why the rental scooters use them rather than say disc brakes. Okay, so really good stopping there. That wasn't very long to stop at all. And of course the advantage with drum brakes is you're not going to lose the performance when it's wet. So bearing in mind the rental scooters are waterproof, hence why they're out on the streets. That's another kind of string to its bow. I think if you wear gloves whilst you ride one of these, it will help you with the ride quality as well, because your hands kind of act as suspension for the judders as well. Just coming up to a really bumpy bit. So we're going to test the fork suspension out now as we hit a bump. Okay, so I'm not going to lie guys, it is fairly bumpy. You've got to prepare yourself. Make sure you're actually holding your handlebars securely. And I always suggest you have a little bit of bend in your legs when you ride as well, so you've almost got that kind of natural suspension. Hopefully you can see all the rough stuff I'm going over here. We've got a bit of roadworks going along next to the path. So overall guys, pretty happy with my long-term rental scooter. I mean, £35 a month is less than I pay for my phone. Now because they're limited to 12.5 miles an hour, you've really got to take into account, you know, how long it's going to take you to get to work. So I do a 50-minute ride to do the 9 miles or so to work. So it's a bit of a consideration, but that's much more than the average person's going to do. So if you live, you know, 4 miles, maybe less from work, maybe 5, especially if you've got lots of cycleways, cycle paths, cycle lanes on your way, just to make the ride a bit safer, then I think you can't really go wrong with £35. Obviously, private ones aren't legal yet, but of course with a private one, although you might get suspension and pneumatic tyres to improve ride quality, you've also got to get it serviced or fix it yourself and things like that. If you get a Voi long-term rental and it breaks or there's a problem with it, then you can contact Voi and get a new one and just use your car for the day anyway. So like I say, acceleration's good, but you can tell that there's more than 12.5 miles an hour in this 350 watt motor. Remember as well, with the rental scooters, they don't, unlike the 9-bot Max in which it's based, the Voi scooters, they haven't put the brick, the charging brick in it. So what that's allowed Void to do is to put an even bigger battery than the 9-watt max scooter that this is based on. So you can get, it says 60 miles in their literature, but I think with varied terrain, being a heavier than average rider, and by that I mean kind of 80 kilos, I think, you know, you should get, you know, 35 miles or so out of this, I reckon, which is really good, because they've been able to fit that bigger battery in the extra space. Okay guys, so I hope you like that video. Just give you a bit of an idea of the ride quality of the Voi scooter and sort of how I'm getting on with it. So if you like the video, please click the like button and please do subscribe.